Hi everyone, it's Bonnie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working on some Christmas themed gel prints. Okay, so I'm starting off by using my 8x10 gel plate, and I added some slow drying medium to my plate so I can mix it together with my paint because the heat is on and my paint is drying quickly. So I'm using Hooker's Green. And I'm going to be using some objects here to imprint some shapes onto my plate. So I have some faux pine needles and some circle cutters. I'm just using a cap to a spray bottle. I also have some reusable straws that I'm going to be using that I upcycle just to use for crafting purposes. Okay, so I let that layer dry completely before I went in and added Brilliant Yellow Green by Liquitex Basics and Phthalo Green. And I'm just blending those two colors together, and then I'm going to place down a piece of copy paper. Let it sit for a little while to dry, and then I'm going to pull up my print. So I wanted to add some snowflakes to my print, so I have my snowflake stencil, and I'm using Folk Arts multi-surface titanium white paint. And I have some makeup sponges that I buy from the dollar store to use with my stencils, and I just use a very light application of paint, and that prevents the paint from leaking underneath the stencil. For my next print, I am making a background first. So I'm applying a light blue permanent and Prussian blue hue to my plate to create a gradient. So I'm just going to be applying a few different stencils to my plate. And I'm just building up my layers of paint, letting, one layer dry at a time. I like to apply a very thin layer. That way the paint doesn't seep underneath my stencil and I get a nice crisp look. So my tree stencil had some paint on the reverse side, so it did leave a little mark on the plate. So I'm just using some mineral oil on a cotton swab to remove that, and it works just like a charm. And here I'm adding some Liquitex Basics Gold paint and my circle stencil here to apply a moon. So once my plate is completely dry, I'm applying my matte gel medium. Okay, and you can use any clear acrylic that you have. The reason why we're using a clear acrylic is because I am adding my background that I made earlier to pull the print. Okay, here I'm using some watered down white acrylic paint to add some splatter to my print, okay, to make it look like snowflakes. And I have a cover that I made for my desk. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. It's just made out of a cardboard box because this goes everywhere, guys, okay? So just make sure you cover up areas of your working area that you don't want paint to get onto. For my next print, I'm using a faux poinsettia flower, and I took it apart because the middle was quite sharp, okay, and you shouldn't be placing anything sharp onto your plate. And I applied some slow drying medium to the plate, and the paint that I'm using is cadmium red deep hue. I love the shade of red. It's beautiful. Okay, so everything is dry and I'm just adding some detail to the middle of the poinsettias. So I have some olive green here and I'm using a dotting tool to apply some dots to the middle of the flowers. So I let the plate dry completely and now I'm using unbleached titanium. Okay, and I thought this would be a perfect cream color for my cream colored poinsettias. Okay, so I let my plate dry for a while and here I am just trying to crack the seal of acrylic paint around the gel plate just to make things easy on me. And then I can just easily pull up the gel plate. So I just trimmed off the excess paper and now I'm using some acrylic markers and gel pens to add some detail to my print. For my last few gel prints, I'm going to be using coffee dyed paper. I just made a batch last night and I flattened them so they're ready to go. So in my fall themed gel plate printing part 2 video, I did show very quickly how I go about making coffee dyed paper. If you would like a separate video on how I go about dyeing paper, I could certainly make one in the future. Just let me know. Okay, so we're going to be using my 5x7 gel plate next. And I'm using some masks that I created and cut out using my cutting machine. And I'm starting with this cardinal and I'm going to use the same red that I used earlier on. This print isn't completely done yet. I'm going to be decorating this one and also the next one. Alright, so I'm just putting that aside and I'm going to be using Green Deep Permanent for this print here. So I'm just cutting off the excess paper and then I'm using the same snowflake stencil to add some snowflakes. I'm using unbleached titanium because it matches the coffee dyed paper. for my final print, I switched back to my 8x10 gel plate, and I have some tree masks here that I made, and I'm applying Prussian blue. And here I'm just going to carefully try to lift up my trees. So that is it for my final print. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will hopefully see you on my next one. Bye everyone, take care.